Welcome to the sixth video of the third section. The find methods in the WebDriver return web elements by using different locators. So, what is a web element and how can we use it? A web element is an interface that implements methods you can use for interacting with elements on a page. A web element can be a text field that you can click on, type in, ask for its text, ask if it is visible, and so forth. There are a total of 15 different methods a web element implements. Let us look at the Java doc for all of them. These are the details of interface web element. Let's go through the methods. Click will, not very surprisingly, click the element. It will try to block if the click results in a page load. It will, however, not block if the click results in an event that will load the page. This could be a JavaScript event. In that case, you will have to verify the page load manually. A click is only possible if the element is visible and has a size larger than 0. Click behaves pretty much as and when you actually click on an element manually in a browser. If you can't see something, you can't click on it. Submit will submit a form if the element is a form. If the element is located inside a form, it will submit the form. Submit will block until a new page has loaded if it's the results in a new page. Send keys will send keys to the element. It will behave as if you type on a keyboard. Not all elements can receive keystrokes, so sending keys to that type of element will be meaningless. Clear will clear text entry elements. It doesn't have any effect on other types of elements. It will not fire any keyboard events. If you need to fire keyboard events, use send keys instead. Perhaps by sending backspace or something similar. Get tag name will return the tag name for this element. This means the name of the tag, not the name of the element. An input tag with the name foo will return input and not foo. Get attribute will return the value of a given attribute on an element. If you have the attribute read only set to true on a text element, get attribute will return true. Is selected will return true if the element is selected. It will return false if it is not selected. It will only make sense on elements that can be selected, such as checkboxes, radio buttons, and options in a selection. Is enabled will return true if an element is enabled. Input elements can usually be enabled or disabled. All other elements are enabled. Get text will return the visible text from an element. Find elements is the same as find element on a driver. It will return a list of elements that satisfied the location criteria. Find element is also the same as find elements in a driver. It will return the first element that was found with the location strategy that you used. Is displayed will return true if the element is displayed on the web page. It will return false if the element is present but hidden on the web page. Get location will return a point that tells us where the left-hand upper corner of an element is located on a page. All elements are usually larger than a point, but this is the 0, 0 location for the element. Get size will return the dimension for the element. Combining the location and size of the element will give the possibility to calculate how much of the web page that this element occupies. Get CSS value of a property name will give you the CSS value that will be applied to this element. Getting the CSS value can be great when you troubleshoot why your expected CSS isn't applied as you thought it would be. This was a quick walkthrough of the Java doc for WebElement. Driver, location, and WebElement are perhaps the 3 cornerstones of WebDriver that we will use the most. Don't learn them by heart. Remember that they exist and find them using your IDE. All modern IDEs will give you context help when you press dot in the IDE on a project. This will hopefully be enough for you to remember when to use them. All methods here behave pretty much as their name suggests. so using them should hopefully not be an issue. There are some more supporting methods that you can use when interacting with selects and a few more elements. We will come back to them later. We have examined the most important low-level building blocks in this video. Join me in the next video, where we will look at the next level of building blocks, the page objects.